Hello, hello. Welcome to Mindustry Maps Revisited. And today I decided to revisit Desert Waste, and it actually turned out a little interesting at the start. It's not super interesting now, but I'll talk about that. So, um, so here we are with 481. Going to go hit wave 500 because why not? And all my defenses are scatters and scorch-based weapons. So Scorch is here, and Titans, which are basically mini Scorches. I'm honestly don't really need the Titans for their damage. If if I could have a unit that just exists and doesn't fire on anything, I would still use it because it's what I would call applique armor for the walls. Because since there's no titanium on the map, I am pretty much stuck with only copper walls and doors. And doors happen to have the most HP. Uh, so it's one 1080 versus, yeah, whatever. Actually, 1280 versus 1600, right? So I have to use graphite doors here, but unfortunately, the concentration of enemies is too much for graphite to handle when this only being healed by menders. So I do need these units here to soak up fire for my walls so that they don't die. Yeah, so that's that. The defenses. I actually have made a blueprint for my scorch wall now. It looks like this. It's pretty dense and it's well balanced. And I'll probably be using this a lot now. And for other maps, I'll be upgrading bits and pieces as I get tech, like eventually get surge walls in, and maybe an overdrive, then projectors, and eventually phase. But yeah, that's my standard defense now. Scorch wall, and it's fairly cheap if you think about it. It takes very little silicon. Takes quite a bit of graphite actually, but that's probably mostly from the piping, which technically you don't need if you have another power source. I just have it integrated in there so I get power centralized real fast. Anyways, that's the defense here. Not much to talk about. Just I'm using Titan. Here's the Titan factory. For some reason, I had a crap ton of coal generated on this map. So if I were a normal player, I probably would have just gone a crap ton of hails. But because I like scorches so much, I just built my defense around using scorches and Titan. So yeah, tons of coal. One here, another patch here, another patch. Yeah, another patch of coal here, and two here. Ooh, I did get something. Yeah, so tons of coal. Copper, don't care about. We use drugs for that. However, lead. Lead, even so, when it comes to building, getting lead for that no issue because drugs will put it to the core. However, when it comes to like making metaglass and getting lead for my pyrite, that that actually became a pretty big issue here because there are only 3 areas with lead on this stupid map. Uh, so there's one lead patch here, this single tile right here. So that's one lead patch. I actually kept that exposed most of the game for the draws, but eventually the core filled up, so I was able to start mining it again. Here's another lead patch. There's 3 tiles, but only 2 are actually usable because of the way this doohickey sticks out here. So yeah, that's my second lead patch. And the third lead patch, I didn't notice until much later, but is this one right here, which I can only mine 5 tiles of. Yeah, so that's the thing. I actually didn't see this until much later, and yeah, not much lead at all. I have noticed on like the 3 times I played this map, the generation of resources has been really wonky. Sometimes you barely get any coal. Sometimes you just don't have any lead. In this case, there were no good lead patches anywhere. The lack of lead in the early game did prove to be an issue because I normally rely on scatters for anti-air, but with the teeny amounts of lead that I could mine, I couldn't really feed those scatters. So I actually had to convert all that lead into metaglass. Here's my single metaglass factory, and there's not even enough lead to keep that running full time, even with the water boost on my miners. Yeah, I had to convert all the lead to metaglass and then feed it to scatters, because these scatters, they get a larger ammunition multiplier from metaglass and lead. So that's what I ended up doing. Just turning it all into metaglass, feeding it into the scatters, and everything was hunky-dory from there. So yeah, I just find it so funny that that there's just no lead at all on this map. Okay, almost done here. Just not much left. Also, has some launch pads here to send resources up into space. No need for that now, as the waiting's almost over. I honestly don't need the launch pad because I have millions of resources stockpiled already. But it at least gave me something to do. Yeah. Actually, for the last wave, I'm going to move the Titans back and just see how well my wall does. And this should be the last wave. Oh, okay, let's move back my unit and just see how the wall handles. It'll probably die. Yeah, there's just not enough health in these walls. Now, if I had thorium walls, they would probably have been fine. And there we go. Wave 500 on this map. Not much to show, just little graphite things here and there, gathering as much coal as possible. Oh, there's another metaglass down here. But yeah, very sparse map. Not much to do. The biggest issue is just getting enough lead in this case. Okay, let's go. Let's launch. Look, what the heck? It's a little ironic that on the map with no freaking lead, I get more lead than everything else launched. Just by 3, but yeah, that's really weird. Okay, so let's take a look. Ground Zero actually, I am trying to hit wave 500 on these maps, so Ground Zero. Maybe I'll do Frozen Forest, Craters, same mountains I did. Nuclear Production Complex. D-Rift. I guess I haven't done Tar Fields to 500. Ruinous Shores, I did it to 500. I don't think I have recorded that, but I do have a GIF of the defense I made. So let me see if I can throw that up real fast. Okay, so I do have tar fields and some of these 2 maps. Tar fields, craters, frozen forests. Those haven't been taken to wave 500, and I'll probably do those and show you the end result of those. Salt flat, desert, wait. Okay, salt flats, overgrowth, and fungal pass. I'm actually not sure if it's possible to reach wave 500 on that. But I might give it a shot once I get these others out of the way. So I guess I figured out something to do and something to show you guys. Anyways, that's that. And until next time.